how to hold your stick, how to pass the ball, how to catch the ball, how to pick up a ground ball, the fundamentals of dodging, how to do the split dodge, the dip dodge, the inside roll, and the face dodge. After that, I'll move on to shooting. I'm going to teach him the most important shot of lacrosse, the off-stick side bounce shot. I'm going to teach him how to shoot overhand the proper way. I'm going to teach your child how to pass the ball. And along with passing the ball, you want to know where to hold your stick. Keep your bottom hand at the base of the stick, called the butt end. Keep your top hand 12 inches below the head of the stick, where the ball is held. When passing the ball, you want to have a loose type hold on your stick, not like you're holding it and throwing it all stiff. You want to be able to step forward with your opposite foot, pointing your toe at the person you want to throw the ball to. When you do this, you want to get your arms back, your shoulders straight, and follow through over your shoulder, ending the stick pointing where you want it to go. If you do this, you will have no trouble knowing where the ball is going and the place where you want the ball to hit. As opposed to when you throw the ball sidearm, you have no idea where the ball can go. You could release it could go right, you could release it and it could go left. When you step straight and throw the ball over your shoulder as a baseball pitcher, you know exactly where the ball's going and you know exactly who's going to catch it. You don't need to worry, your teammates won't get mad at you if you make a mistake. You're doing the basic fundamentals, stepping forward and following over your shoulder. After you pass the ball, you want to make sure that your stick is pointed right at the spot where you want it to go. If you do this, you'll have no trouble with passing the ball. When catching the ball, you want to have one hand at the butt end of the stick and one hand maybe 3 inches below the head of your stick. You're doing this because you want to have the utmost control over catching the ball and not having it bobble in and out of the head of your stick and falling onto the ground. When catching the ball, you want to make sure that your stick is straight up and your stick is within a box over your strong arm shoulder, as opposed to down here, not giving your teammate a target, not knowing where to throw you the ball. When you have the stick up by your shoulder, they know exactly where to throw it, and it's going to go there every time. It's a lot easier to catch, and you don't have to worry about it going anyplace else. When catching the ball, you want to make sure that you give your stick. You want to make sure that you give your stick back with the ball in order to catch it and keep the control on the ball, as opposed to just catching the ball. So, when catching the ball, you want to make sure that you look the ball into your stick and give with it. If you're doing this, you know where the ball is at all times and you know exactly where it's going to go, and you don't need to worry about anything else. If you're looking the opposite way and you're just holding your stick there, the ball's just gonna bobble in and out of your stick and has the potential to fall out. So just make sure every time that you see the ball coming towards you, you're looking it in and you're giving with it. You'll get more control with it. You'll be able to keep your head up right after you catch it and look around the field as to your other options during the game. If you're catching the ball and the ball is not thrown to your strong side where you're regularly holding the stick, it's thrown to your off-stick side, you want to make sure that you're following the same precautions that you did with the original catch. You want to make sure that you're looking the ball into your stick and giving with it. The only thing that's different is that when you're catching the ball on your off-stick side, you want to take your left hand, or whichever hand is your bottom hand, and rotate it so now it is on your opposite hip. My hand that was on my left hip, catching it on my off-stick side, is now to my right-hand side, and I'm still giving with the ball, catching it, and it's on my opposite hip. You still must look the ball into the stick at all times, but just make sure that your other hand, you're not catching it out like this with both your hands exposed to being checked and your stick knocked out of your hands. You're keeping your stick well hidden like this so that when you catch it, you can bring it right back to your strong side and keep it near your helmet at all times. When picking up a ground ball, you want to make sure that you have one hand at the very bottom of your stick. Don't go any higher. You want to have it at the bottom of your stick so none of your stick is exposed to being checked. You want to have your second hand, your top hand, at the top of the head. When picking up the ground ball, it is very important to keep your stick parallel to the ground at all times. Get one knee, your strong foot, to the side of the ball. When you're doing this, you have your stick parallel, you're new to this side, and you have your head over top of the ball. You want to make sure that at all times you're not back like this, where you can plant your stick and have it go into your stomach. You're low, you're crouched, your stick's parallel, you're running through the ball, and then you're picking it up by the side of your head. This is a very important thing in lacrosse because you don't want to be that person that's running at the ball, stabs at it, and then runs into his own stick. It's very unpleasant and not something you want to do. In lacrosse, there's a very important expression: keep both butts down. That's referring to the butt end of your stick and your own butt. So when you're running through it, you want to make sure that not only is the butt end of your stick parallel to the ground and low, but that yours is as well. You'll get a lot more control over the ground ball, and you'll get a lot more burst of speed coming out of it. This is a very important aspect to grasp. When you're doing this, you also want to make sure that your butt end of your stick is coming to your opposite sock. Not the sock of the shoe that's planting next to the ball, but your back foot that's planted down. You're going to teach your child how to shoot overhand. It's pretty much the same concept as passing the ball, except for when you step and point your toe towards the goal, aiming where you want the ball to go. You want to keep your arms out, keep your stick hidden from the goalie so he doesn't know where your shot's going. And then when you follow through, you want your torso twisting, which is where your power is going to come from with your shot. Face dodge. When learning how to do the face dodge, you want to realize what foot you're planting off of. Since I'm a righty, I'm going to be planting off my right. That means I'm going to be going right, left, right, and then into my dodge. While doing the face dodge, you want to make sure of very specific things. When you're going right, left, right, you want to act like you're about to make a pass, keeping your stick out and your arms back. At the last second, when you're planting off your right, you pull it across your face, which is why it's called a face dodge. Keep exploding to your left and keep your stick close by your helmet. When you're keeping your stick close by your helmet, that'll ensure that if a defenseman tries to slap check you or come over your head, the first thing that's going to happen is they're going to hit your helmet, and it's more likely to draw a penalty for your team. This is a very important thing to remember. If you're planting left, right, left, and then plant with your face dodge, and you're going into your dodge, exploding into your dodge, and you let your stick out, you're trailing your stick and you're leaving yourself more vulnerable to get checked. So now I'm going to show you without a defenseman how to do the proper face dodge. You could also do a face dodge off of a pass from another person and acting like you're taking a shot. You get your hop step, keep your arms back, and then you explode into the face dodge, hiding your stick, keeping it hidden, and making sure that it's up by your helmet. Now I'm going to show your child how to do this with the defenseman on you. My opinion, this is my favorite dodge of the entire game of lacrosse. While I'm doing the split dodge, I'm going to be planting off my right again. You want to shorten up on your stick. By shortening up on your stick, when you bring the stick across your face, you will get a lot quicker with being able to switch sides of your stick, as opposed to having your hand down here all the way at the bottom and having to slide your hand all the way up and split to your left, as opposed to having your hand mid-shaft coming at your defenseman and being able to split quicker to your left-hand side. So now I'll show you with the ball without a defenseman. Shortening up on the stick will allow you to get your shot off quicker. So when you're coming at the net, you split, get your shot off a lot quicker than having to dodge with your stick, with your hands at the bottom of the stick, having to pull your hands out, and then get your shot off. Too much. Shorten up on your stick, plant, and you'll get it quicker. Now I'm going to show how to do a split dodge with the defenseman on you.